As a player, then, is it really important to know now that that's what it's going to be like? As
For
opposed
sure.
To,
I think last year for me, not having a playoff experience, I was hoping that's what it was going to feel like, and it's certainly the case. And I think that this year, knowing what you're in for is important.
and that is, as a whole, does that make a huge difference to this team, considering how many people are in the same
Yeah,
boat as you? Or?
yeah. Like I said, preparation, experience, and maturity are important. I think that we kind of have grown in all those aspects of the game since last year.
Do you think that experience has helped this club in the stretch run to be competitive? You've beaten every top team in this league, Morgan.
Yeah. I think so. I think that, like we've been talking about, wanting to learn and get better as a group, and I think we've been able to do that. We've matured. We've got more experience than we had this time last year, and there's been points in the year where we've really been able to build on things that we wanted to, and I think that that's important.
And anytime a 3 or 4 game lapse, and there's always talk of a possible spiral because they do happen in this league, it hasn't happened to this team at all this season.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. I think that does happen to teams, but it's important that you try to limit those. The really good teams don't go for week-long breaks where they're not winning games. I think it's important that you be consistent and you win consistently, and that's what the good teams do. So that's what we've tried to accomplish.
You and Jake, 50 points from your perspective. How has he elevated his game in the time that you've been here? Where's the progress been from A to where he's at now? If you were a scout, perhaps.
If I was a scout,
yeah.
There's some things I'd want him to work on still, but I think he's really come a long way. I think in terms of making plays, breaking the puck out of our zone, I think he's probably one of the best at that, and he's an outstanding skater, and he thinks the game very well. And it's kind of like my answer before, just about wanting to improve year after year. And he's a guy that works hard during the off season, picks areas of his game that he wants to work on, and he does that. And you can really tell.
Yeah, finding the net from the blue line as well as a real skill, isn't it? And he does it often.
Yeah, on the rare occasion that it can stay in the air that long, it's pretty good.
Morgan, when you're looking at Boston and Tampa kind of jockeying right now, how different would those two series be as you're watching it play out for you guys?
We don't really compare what the series would be like. I think we just have to prepare for whoever it may be. We got 2 games here to work on some things and get some things nailed down before we get ready for playoffs. And we have no control over who that's going to be. We're just going to get ready and do whatever we can to prepare the best we can.
We were just talking to Patrick about his secondary ritual, jumping in the cold tub. When you first found out about that, what went through your mind?
Thought he was nuts, but he's been around long enough to know what works for him, and that's something that he does each and every night. And I mean, it's just an example of what a pro he is, and that's the kind of stuff that we see on a day-to-day basis.